If you've ever dreamed of casting off with the people you love most, this one's for you. Because the best family yacht isn't the flashiest boat at the dock, it's the one that keeps everyone safe, smiling, and together. Today, we're diving into our picks for the best yachts for sailing with the family. Boats that trade drama for confidence and gimmicks for the good stuff. Protected cockpits, easy sail handling, sea-kindly motion, real galleys, smart storage, and cabins that actually sleep a crew without turning bedtime into Tetris. First off, we have the Hanse 360, or the winner of Best Family Yacht 2025. Think of it as a short 40-footer that fits a 36-foot slip. Designed by Hanse with Barrette Racapot, it brings big boat smarts to family size. The appeal is choice. 2 or 3 cabins, 1 or 2 heads, diesel or electric, multiple sail, rig, and keel options. Pick what fits your crew. Under sail, it's calm and cooperative. The single rudder gives clear feedback. The boat trims readily and likes to be freed off as the breeze builds. The point is effortlessness, not drama. On deck, the cockpit is generous and a spray hood turns squalls into conversation. Helm positions work, tail bags keep lines tidy. Below, the volume surprises. In 3 cabins, you still get 2 heads. A forward double set on the diagonal, 1.4 meters wide, to create an ensuite. Aft, a separate shower that actually works for a salty crew. Choose 2 cabins, and the galley stretches with larger refrigeration. Next up, the Dufour 44. Think of it as the 41 with a growth spurt. Felchi's full, voluminous bow gives you a true owner's space up front, separate shower and heads, plus a proper sail locker. You can even spec a utility cabin or home office for work, stowage, or kid overflow. Yes, there's a lot of hull here, but once the breeze is in the teens, this narrow waterline single rudder design wakes up around 8.5 knots under a Jeanneau in a steady, reassuring groove. Inside, passageways can feel snug, but that buys a huge cockpit, the social heart where a family actually lives. Big, usable spaces, simple sail handling, and pace that feels honest rather than hyped. A family boat that trades corridors for together time. And rolling right along, the Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 350. Jeanneau's 8th-gen refresh takes the much-loved SO 349 DNA and adds family-first upgrades. Walk-around side decks from the extra aft beam, 2 or 3 cabins, and more kit standard. Folding prop, Corian worktops, richer wood trim, more opening ports. The Lombard Piéton hull looks modern. Inverse bow, no backspay to free the helms, and our pick with the performance pack, laminate sails, square top main, flat deck furler, keeps the sailing easy and fun instead of twitchy. The leeward helm is a sweet spot, legs out, clear sightlines, and you can stand to trim from the side deck inside the high bulwark. Keep the swing keel option if you split marinas and skinny water. A manageable, versatile, entry-level cruiser that makes first family miles calm, organized, and repeatable. Next up, the Bavaria C46, last year's best family yacht. This is the boat that proves you can have real family volume and real feel at the helm in one package. The Caussity design uses a modern, full form that gives you wide, welcoming spaces above and below, yet when the breeze builds, it still talks to the driver with clean, direct feedback. In mixed conditions, we were able to press it with confidence, and in a rain squall, we saw 12 knots in 18 under a Jeanneau without any drama. It remains a single rudder yacht, but grip and control stay reassuring thanks to strong form stability, a chine set higher than the C42, reduced wetted surface, and a slimmer, deeper keel that adds a sporty edge. What stands out day to day is how thoroughly engineered it feels, from structure to systems to finish.
Options can add up, yet the quality per meter is obvious the moment you step aboard. For families, that translates into a big cockpit that works, clean sail handling that keeps everyone calm, and cabins that feel like real rooms, the kind of platform that turns routine weekends into longer, happier trips.
Following that, the Dufour 41. If your brief is maximum family space in 40 feet, this is the template. Feltsy pushes volume forward just enough to create the first 40-footer with 4 cabins, including 2 doubles in the bow, which explains why charter fleets took notice so quickly. The trade for all that room is weight, and while the boat carries a tall rig, it truly comes alive once the wind is in the mid-teens, settling onto its chine and using generous form stability to find an easy, steady groove. You pick this model for the living, not for chasing polars. Think big deck lounging for a crowd, a bright and open saloon that stays cheerful on gray days, and practical storage where families actually need it. Underway, it is simple to manage and predictable to trim, which keeps new crew relaxed and kids happy. If success for you means quiet naps, big dinners, and spare berths ready for friends, the 41 delivers that rhythm with very little fuss.
Next, the Hanse 410. On paper, this one could have pushed the Bavaria harder. It is the latest Beneteau collaboration from Hanse, following the larger 460 that took this category in 2022, and it shares that clean, modern hull shape. On the water, it showed respectable numbers, and it is genuinely easy to run short-handed thanks to the self-tacking jib and winches right where you want them. Our trials were cut short by a mainsail halyard hip-up and a tangled kite sock, and the cockpit can feel busy, especially around the winches, though it is deep and protective once you settle in. You wonder why a 40-footer needs 2 cockpit tables until you drop them and see the sunbeds appear. Inside, the standouts are storage and flexibility. And the 2-cabin version, you get huge stowage that you can reach from the cockpit or the interior, plus more in the galley, and a smart multi-function space in the saloon that becomes a full-length sofa berth, a proper chart table, or a standing desk with storage below. Choose 2 or 3 cabins and 1 or 2 heads to suit your crew. In short, adaptable living, easy sail handling, and a layout that earns back family calm, with a note to test the cockpit ergonomics for your style.
Following that, the Beneteau Oceanis 37.1. This is all about E1. The first-line package we tried adds a square top main and flat deck furler, which lifts the sail area and keeps the boat lively in light to moderate breeze. It is a fun, manageable cruiser that invites you to take one more tack rather than call it a day. As the final model in the new generation Oceanis line, the brief is evolution rather than revolution, and that shows inside. You still choose 2 or 3 cabins, but compared with rivals, the accommodation feels a little plain. The upside is clarity. Systems are straightforward, the deck plan makes sense, and the helm stays calm, so new crew can relax and kids can roam without surprises. If you want an accessible platform that keeps the learning curve gentle and the workload low, the 37.1 delivers that rhythm, even if it does not chase the wow factor inside. Next, the RM 1380. Dropping down the companionway does not feel like going below. The raised saloon is naturally bright, so you stay connected to your surroundings almost like on a multi-hull. Doorways are a little tight, but the double cabins are generous thanks to the beam, and the standard 2-cabin layout swaps the optional 3rd cabin for a practical utility space. Construction is part of the appeal. RM's plywood epoxy hulls are tough and light, and Lombard's powerful form stability gives the boat an easy, settled angle of sail. Keel choices include a shoal-friendly lifting centerboard or efficient twin keels. We sailed the twin keel version, and the feel matches the sporty look. It is an enjoyable mid-displacement cruiser from the aft quarters, and the winch plan is excellent, with primaries inboard so you can trim standing under the coach roof and spray hood.
For offshore miles, the open transom can be closed with a platform, which adds a sense of security for family crew. It is not perfect, but it is bright, clever, and versatile, the kind of modern cruiser that earns its keep in real weather.
Following that, the Elan Impression 43. This is one of the most memorable interiors in the group. The rustic knotted oak finish is unique, a deliberate signature that Pininfarina kept to set the Impression line apart from Elan's sportier ranges. It will not be everyone's taste, but it speaks to the yard's heritage. These mid-size Impressions are the family and charter backbone for the Med, and this Humphreys update keeps that brief front and center. The shape is modernized, yet the hull retains rocker for a soft, smooth motion under sail. You can choose a Jeanneau or a self-tacker and fit 2 to 4 winches to match how you plan to handle the boat. Sailing performance is sensible rather than showy, which fits its mission. The wider aft sections buy you larger aft cabins and a service tunnel between them, so systems and storage stay accessible. It is a quiet achiever, easy to live with and easy to manage, especially when the plan is warm water, kids aboard, and long, lazy weeks. Next, the Maxus 35. I came to this one asking why choose a budget new build over a proven used cruiser. Credit to Northman, the boat feels solid for the price. The interior is light and inviting, and the accommodation is reasonable for a first family yacht. The centerboard version makes sense for lakes and skinny water, opening up more places to explore. Under sail, it is straightforward and easy to manage, more steady than memorable with conservative design cues and few surprises. So the offer here is value and simplicity. A new hull, simple systems, friendly draft, and a clean layout. If you want more character or sharper performance, the right second-hand option may still win. For entry-level families, it is a sensible, honest pick. That's our lineup, and the through line is simple. Boats that keep families safe, smiling, and together, with layouts you can actually live in and handling that stays calm when life on deck gets busy. You don't need the biggest yacht to make your biggest memories. You just need a hull that treats your crew kindly and makes good choices easy. If this helped, tap subscribe, give it a like, and tell us your pick in the comments. Share this with your crew and queue up our next buyer guide to choose the right layout for your family.